Hello every folks, and good morning. Okay, so I'm actually going to be restarting this run on a completely different system at this point, mainly because it sounds like there's a bunch of new stuff come to the game, and I want to test it out on the new Thinky Break. So yeah, let's get to this thing here. For anyone that missed the first part, since it was a little bit of a trial run, this is Monster Sanctuary. Essentially, think Metroid meets Pokemon and that kind of deal. It's pretty darn fun. But it's got some options for additional modes at the start, namely Permadeath, aka Nuzlocke mode, and Bravery mode, which basically is the other half of that, in which you're actually started with a randomized team, but then can only grab one from each area going forward. Additionally, there's also the option for a randomizer, which got really crazy last time, as it gave a bunch of stuff I had completely no idea about right at the intro. For the sake of reference, I wanted to complete this game like this on my very first run, because I haven't actually completed it. I started playing it, I loved it, and then was like, you know what, I have basically Nuzlocked every Pokemon game since, like, I think since, probably Black and White, now that I think about it. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and start this off. I generally think the kind of the Lady Sprite looks better on this one, just like Ogre Battle, so let's go ahead and get this thing going. So we skip past the intro because we're going to pretend this is a speedrun. I have no idea where anything is, but anyway, yes. We skip and... name line. You know what? Whatever. We're just gonna leave it as lion. I thought I could actually skip that and actually get the bird. I don't know why I wasn't able to select the bird. Oh well, whatever. I guess we're gonna find out what the lion does. We're just gonna go ahead and skip those guys. Why am I trying to speedrun this? I don't know. I don't even know what my team is, but we're gonna attempt to speedrun it completely blind. What can possibly go wrong? Okay. So we got some kind of icy blob thing, we got some kick-ass dinosaur, and we got a lion. This is great. Okay, let's see. So for those that missed the first one, basic idea of the system is that you want to try to hit with more moves earlier on in order to build up a combo in order to make your later stuff hit more. So let's go ahead and say go for the freeze here. It's not as simple as one type beats another. Generally speaking, it's a bunch of different types doing a bunch of their own little shtick. Like in this particular case, can use that combo to then hit that guy a little bit harder, set him up with a burn right now, in order to hopefully finish him off without having to do anything extra. Generally speaking, you get better rewards for doing better in fights. So we're going to go ahead and go for one of these here. Let's see, that guy's already frozen. We're going to go ahead and go for attempting to do... Actually, wait a minute. He's completely out of... Okay, this guy's going to be pretty mana hungry, isn't he? Well, we're just going to go ahead and set up with a basic attack on that one then, and then we're going to go for the ignition on this one. Hopefully setting up with a burn right there. Looks like burn should finish off that little sprout-looking guy in just a moment, and then we can focus all the rest of our stuff on this guy. So yeah, instead of PP on your moves, you have mana costs. Generally speaking, you want to have better mana regeneration than you are currently burning. Yeah, this Fire Lion's pretty good. I've never actually used this guy. That is pretty neat. Okay, that mana ring immediately is going on this dude, because he... Wrathtops, he sounds like he came from Monster Hunter or something. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and build up his mana right there. And we'll go ahead and keep on going. You can switch your followers. They've got field moves. I'll try to just roughly explain what little I know of this game as we go along. These, I believe, are set items. You get your kunai and your cestus. Normally, you want to go for a high rating in order to be able to get the eggs of these different units. And then you hatch those eggs, you add them to your teams, all well and good. Instead of catching, you do that. But in this particular case, since we're playing on this kind of mode, we're only going to be able to pick up one egg per zone, and it's going to be in a special chest. I know where the first one is, because again, I did a little bit of a kind of startup test run kind of shtick. And yeah, we'll go from there. I have the fight speed turned up a little bit just to run everything a little bit faster. I do find it funny that you can multiply your fight speed for the purposes of your speedrun mode kind of situation there. But yeah, this is a very snappy kind of game, and I love it. Feels good. Apparently can't impale this guy because he's out of them MPs. Alright, 4 to 5, get some nuts, neat. You can feed them to give them better stats. I'm going to hold off on using any of those for the time being until we get to the first boss fight. Which is going to be soon-ish. It's a little dude guy up there. I don't know what he's about. Alright, anyway. So now we got some items. Let's go ahead and equip them things. Everyone's got equipment slots. Everyone's got stuff slots here. Let's see. It's going to be up and on defense. Who's got the lowest health here? Actually, your defense is probably the worst, so we'll go ahead and put Cestus on you. Actually, didn't realize that's a defensive dealie. Actually, probably Gauntlet on you too. I'm assuming is Bracelet regeneration, damage reduction, and regen. Yeah, you're going to need more regen. You're going to want more hitting power. That'll do. Alright. Now, I think the chest was around here somewhere. I was trying to jump in between those birds. Oh well, it's not like we're really losing that much. Should have gone for the other move, but whatever, this is a good setup. As you can tell, those little red arrows mean that something's effective, which is all well and good. Probably went for a little bit of overkill there. That's fine. By the way, buffs will also build up the combo meter. I think it's like 25% or so. So that's all well and neat. And... alright, go for the ignition here. Yeah, apparently these guys are actually making another game too right now. As in, like, they're making a roguelike. I guess, you know, these modes were just the beginning here. Alright, Blobby guy is definitely going to need more regeneration. This guy has managed to keep himself running for a third round. Bad. It seems like we got two that are very, very hungry. That's going to be problematic. We're going to have to see if we can... Yeah, okay. We're going to have to see if we can get them stuff out of that. I will give them funny names later. I think that's a basic blob, which, as I recall, was a more healing-orientated unit. But this team is very offensive, and I'm okay with that. Alright. Bad platforming on my part. Clearly, this is a fully professional speedrun. Oh, man. But yeah, no... Truth be told, I meant to do this a while ago. Like several weeks ago, and it has been non-stop chaos, throughout this whole thing. Starting with the computer breaking, then moving on to, just a bunch of household insanities, and then, I mean, it just kept stacking up and stacking up and stacking up. So I just figured finally today, you know, was last night I was sitting down and my daughter was asking when I was playing, like, it's you know, it's this cool thing. You make your pets, and you make them fight things, and you explore around. She's like, oh, that lady's got a cool hat. It's like, yeah, yes, she does. It's like, figured I might as well go get this thing going today. Was feeling inspired. Probably gonna have to cancel a couple of other things in the meantime, but screw it, I want to do it. Have like 4 other projects that I promised to do and never have gotten to yet, because I kept thinking there would be time, and then it's like 40 projects later, looking at the clock like, why don't you have more hours on you? Ooh. The wash machine is apparently becoming a little bit possessed over there. That's terrifying. Moving on. That should be beeping in just a moment. Alright, I think that's the music door down there, if I'm not mistaken. There's one box over here. I think that's one you want a bird to get to. Phoenix Tears. I keep wanting to call them tears. And so you should be able to cut through that, right? Yes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get to that because I think you need a bird to get to it. We don't have a key at the moment. Just occurred to me, I'm trying to do all this platforming with a D-pad. Don't know why I'm trying to do that. It's way more cozy. Yeah, that washing machine is quite unbalanced at the moment. You know what? Just a moment. Alrighty, and back. I gotta say, it is really refreshing after using old-as-hell computers for so dang long to actually see the budget option also be the performance option, because I'm looking over here at CPU usage on this thing. By the way, I'm very well aware that the timer is still going up there. But, like, after seeing it stuck at, like, 64% for the old computer for the most basic crap, after seeing it, like, taking friggin' an hour plus to render something, now suddenly it's like, oh yeah, no problem, that'll take me, like, 5 minutes to render, CPU usage is at, like, 10%. It's just so nice to see, you know? I love this little thing. By the way, I will be making, like, a whole video on the whole switching the computer out for a Steam Deck experience, because it's really something. Like, I expected it to be like something I'd mentally have to justify or something like that, because it literally was a case of like, this thing is exactly how much I could probably get for selling everything that I'm currently working on. And yeah, sure enough, oh, wrong target. Oh well. And then sure enough, Like, if a few days into it, it's like, man, this thing's actually really amazing. So there's that. And actually, I gotta say, it's been very surprising that overall size-wise, I expected, like, it, while it is, I feel like every review in the world has mentioned this, but, like, its weight is very deceptive. Like, if you try to hold it in one hand, you feel it, but when you're actually holding the thing with both hands, it feels more cozy than a Switch. I don't know how that this thing's a friggin' anomaly of physics. I don't get it. Anyway. So, that guy got burninated. That guy also got burninated. Are we earning a 5-star yet? No. Anyway, we got some points. We probably should spend those at some point, but currently have not done so. I don't remember what we were even going in that direction for. There was probably a box... Oh, there might be a key. I don't know. Whatever. We'll go this direction and hope something happens. Got distracted talking about ye thinky brick over here. God, this thing is so friggin' neat. Alright. Hell, I haven't even gotten into how dang cozy these analog sticks feel. I'm gonna go ahead and mug these cats without fighting them. What you gonna do about it? Alright. And also, discovered... Well, not discovered, but was taught about a few mechanics since last time. Namely, don't hatch your eggs until you're ready to have them in your party. Apparently, the rule is something along the lines of 1 or 2 levels under your maximum is kind of the shtick there. And I could be wrong on this, but I feel like we might be able to operate on Legend of Dragoon logic, namely that we just kind of run past stuff and get our XP from bosses, maybe? I don't know. I remember there being an item over here, though, so we're going to go ahead and head in that direction. Oh, I love when there's little details like bridges being animated for you kind of dipping under them. Would hire that meatball there if I could, but unfortunately they will have to die instead. Such is life, I'm afraid. Yeah, you resist that. Go for the freeze. Yeah, I'm well aware I probably should be switching out for something else first, but I figure that thing's completely ineffective. Let the non-damage happen there. Alright, yeah, they're going to be regenerating a bunch. Fire's pretty much going to be counteracting that. Either way, we're not going to want to passively burn them. This is kind of the main takeaway from that. Burninate that guy. Actually, out of curiosity... Okay, it is that one. I was curious whether it actually updated the button properly to show that it was a particular debuff type. Yeah, he's setting up to make their moves hit harder. I probably should get rid of him sooner. Okay, we'll deal with that in a sec. You do that one because it does more moves. You do that one in order to set him up for getting burninated. You go for this one for reasons. I really should have finished off that bird, but didn't. Good job, genius. Oh well. Alright, going for basic attacks there. You punch bird. For some reason I keep thinking he's burned because of that first round. Because that's when I was meaning to have them all finished off and such, but didn't quite happen. Yeah, this line's pretty neat. I think I still like the... I still like the bird more than all of them. I probably should have done the whole funny nickname thing, but again, for no apparent reason, we're just going to attempt to speedrun right now. Yeah, the bird is basically like a crit AoE specialist kind of shtick, I guess. It's fire, air, and then a whole bunch of moves that just splash around everywhere. They're just the chaotic nuke bird. It's wonderful. Alright. Got a shell. In fact, probably should start using some of those points, huh? In your particular case, you keep going for this phrase, I think. Initial chill. Yeah, initial chill for sure. His defense is pretty awful. Let's see, sidekick. Apply sidekick buff to whole party. I believe this is an extra attack. Let's see, 5x40. You're also 5x40, but also chill. Yeah, let's do that. I think chill's the one that makes you regenerate MP slower, which could be useful for bosses. Crit damage up. I feel like we want to stack for that. Crit exploit. Attacks that exploit an enemy weakness have 10% increased crit chance. Probably going to be going for that. Also, I love how the logo reminds me of the Swarmer, or the upgraded Swarmers from Warhawk on the PS1. Let's see, increase attack for 10%. Yeah, okay. Let's see, crit plus, crit plus. Yeah, we're just going to double up on crit plus. Some of them are all about the AoEs, some of them are all about the crits, apparently. I can't claim to have any absolute mastery of any of this, but either way, that seems to be the general idea going on there, and there's no possible way I'm going to be able to get to that box, at least for the time being, apparently. Alright, First of all, Blobby Guy, what do we have for you? Coat and crit chance, mana and mana regeneration. You need that regen. Let's see, you're probably going to want some defense. You're not looking terribly defensive. So more on that, more on crit, and more on that. Who's got the lowest health situation here? I like that they just have kind of an initial rating for every one of them, just kind of giving you all of that stuff ahead of time. Okay, probably ribbon on you. Do we have another weapon for you? Let's see, Morning Star, less on the magical side. He's mostly been burning stuff, though. But this also ups his defense. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And then, let's see, that's your defensive punchy thing. You're mostly physical. Okay, whatever. We'll leave that as that. I don't know how much we're really getting out of any of that, but oh well. Okay, hopefully this time it won't be something that'll completely annihilate the entire team. Yes. Skip this. Buddy, I think we've already figured this out. Alright. Do that. Yes. Skip. I don't know when this whole you gotta hold down the button to do the thing happened exactly, but sure has certainly been a thing. Man, that's a lot of crits. Okay. Yeah, I really like crit builds. It seems like they're pretty solid here, especially for a kind of third position unit. Again, I don't know exactly how a lot of this kind of stacks up in a sort of meta sense, but I know that when it comes to the whole crit thing, generally I really like having those on the finish. Just because when they crit, they go nuts. Kind of feels like those moments you get crit cards in Tactics Ogre. Alright, this guy's definitely looking a bit tired, unfortunately. See if we get the bleed. That I don't think that's going to be enough to finish him, so we'll just go ahead and burninate this guy. Kind of almost guaranteed that he's done for. Then we'll go for Mr. Steampunk guy after this. Oh, also, I found out why I was able to recruit that guy one time and not a different time. Also didn't mean to attack that guy. Whoops. Apparently, you have to 5-star the boss fights in order to get eggs from them. So, I don't know if that still applies in this mode, but either way, that's apparently a thing. Anyway, I think we're going to run a party of 3 for the time being. It seems like the best way to go in this mode. I think. I don't really have anything to back that up necessarily. Apparently did very poorly. I don't know if it rates against you if you like run out of MP or something, but okay. Beep boop. Alright, so you gotta just chill right from the get-go. Just go for the chill wind, I guess. Just set him up for that. Bleed should hit him pretty hard if it ends up triggering. I feel like dots are pretty much the way to go for bosses. Well, for a lot of things. Like, if you can get AoE DOTs, that'll do a pretty fantastic job. But this team seems very offensively orientated. Let's see. This already... Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's too much more going that way. If we can get bleed stacks, that probably would be ideal. We get crits, and we get Earth. Earth isn't necessarily going to do very much, but there's a pretty decent chance for crits with this. So far, so decent. He hasn't taken anyone out just yet. In terms of MP regeneration, that chill seems to be doing well enough. Just in case it breaks off, we're going to try to throw that out there. He still is currently not getting his, whatever the hell you call it. He's still not getting his bleed going, unfortunately. But either way, I think that chill is kind of keeping him roughly locked down. Still go for that bleed, I guess. It's not going to be very much, but it's something. More claws for more crits. Didn't crit that time, but yeah, his bar seems to be running approximately half every time. He's not really getting as much. Blobby's running a little bit low at this point, and that's just fine. Yeah, he can keep running this kind of tier 1 impalement there. So that'll do the job fine. More claws. I think we're not losing anyone this time around. Generally speaking, still currently more, I feel, effective with these kinds of strategies here. I'm just going to go ahead and let him heal up. I don't think items give you combo, do they? Oh, they do. Alright, cool. Well, that's all well and neat. It probably was unnecessary, but we're going to use a little bit of extra caution here. Alright, didn't get anything other than a few parts. Got some levels. Good. You are now an aspirant. Neat. We have become an antiperspirant. Let's go ahead and go this way. Yoink. Let's jump over you. I think at this point I think he said we're supposed to go back to the castle thingy. So that's where we're going to go. Actually, no, he gave us a key, which means we can go this way. Right? Or no, that's the thingy with the spikes. I'm assuming on permadeath mode, you don't, like, die if you do a trap wrong, right? That's one of those holes if you got the morph ball thing, which we don't. Go ahead and go this way. I don't want to fight you. Who gave a cat a sword? I mean, they're already absolutely evil as it is. This just seems like you're asking for trouble. Alright. And a wizard hat. Actually, that should probably go on our blob, shouldn't it? Yeah, probably replace the gauntlet with that. That's not really going to help him that much, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, we'll save that for the time being, just kind of bear in mind. Let's see, what do you do? Charging mount, can ride the monster, breaks walls, destroys blocks. Hell yeah, we're... Yes! This reminds me of, what's it, Golden Axe. Let's see, ability to freeze for ice orbs. Will that count for this? I think that counts as a water ability, right? Okay, I don't think that's going to count for this, will it? Well, let's see. And then you're just the punchy sort. Okay, whatever. We're going to go ahead and use our Golden Axe monster here. I guess he just sort of runs through walls or something. That's pretty neat. That's fun. Yeah, I didn't even know you could do this. I thought all of them were just like, here's a field ability you activate. You know, you learn something new every time. So I know this isn't technically the way you're supposed to play this game, but whatever, it's fun. Okay. Let's see, you're not 100% resistant to that, so just get rid of you. See about getting rid of this guy. Probably save the burning for you at some point. Just burninate the dude. I'd like to at least get over to the PvP fights this time around. We're definitely making far better time than last time. That is for absolutely certain. Actually, I wonder what the... I never did look up what the speedrun timings are for this game. I feel like it'd be something relatively... Well, hell, I don't know. I have nothing to compare it to. I don't even know why I'm trying to guess a time on something that I've literally never even completed. I'll go ahead and say 3 hours or something. Feels like a nice nice number. It's more than 2, but slightly less than 4. It's acceptable. Alright. Yeah, I think part of the reason that this one always kind of speaks to me is just the art in the background feels very kind of... It always feels to me like a lot of the backgrounds of a lot of Genesis games for some reason. It's like grew up with a hell of a lot of Genesis stuff. Now, does this actually make you jump farther is the question. Because, like, if I go over here, can I make that jump? Or do I still need a bird for that? And for that matter, can you switch mid-jump? Because then technically, I wonder if you'd be able to, like, jump and then, like, do the dash jump into a bird, you know? It's like the birds let you hover, so... I'm almost glad I didn't start with a bird, because that's just something else to potentially test for later. Alright. So I think this way is where we're supposed to go. Get our Golden Axe dealie over here. I mean, so far so good on the actual avoiding fights. That's definitely going to come to bite us later. But you know what? Currently it has not bitten us, and that's a plus side. Bird wants to go. Look at that amazing jump between all the birds. Don't act like you're not impressed. I say, as everybody leaves, like, why are you not fighting things? It's literally the point. Let's see, freezify that guy. Hopefully he'll do less of his flappies. If this gives a bleed, then... well, nothing. I'm still gonna have to finish him off. Wasn't quite done yet. Alright. Hits twice, despite clearly swinging once. And am I going for the thing they're resistant against? I don't know. That's gonna lower our score, I'm pretty certain. Like, I have nothing to back this up, but I feel like the score probably caps you out at 4 if you use anything ineffective. Not sure. One thing I will say, though, it would be kind of neat if the randomizer mode started you off with only stuff that you could get at the very start, or started you off like normal. I'm pretty sure on a mechanical level maybe it can't or something, but it feels like something that a mod would exist for. I don't know. So, on a bit of a funny note, so I ended up picking up a case because I was worried about the, new computer brick, and it's funny to me that it's the same company that makes the dock that I got this case from, yet for some reason it doesn't quite fit in the dock. That was the whole point. I was trying to find a case that would fit in the dock, and it's like, it just won't quite fit in there. I mean, it's still fine. It just sits on top. It's just kind of hilariously awkward. I don't remember where we were supposed to go, because I think we're supposed to go have our rival fight now, right? I think? Trying to vaguely remember off of how little I accomplished off my first run. I think that was an object that we got. I know the important thing that we're going to be looking for is going to be down one of these hallways here, and that was going to be to switch out to the green uniform, which just looks cooler. These are items. I'm sure they'll be handy, and are especially handy if you happen to know more of what's going on, but in the meantime, this looks familiar. There we go. We go this way. There's the teleporty thing, and I think this is the parents. Or actually, no, I think it's down the hallway and then up through here, maybe? I wonder if the design of this castle was potentially inspired by somebody playing Terraria. Because this looks like exactly how I would kind of lay out one of those there. In fact, it just occurred to me, technically speaking, I can actually move the save from Terraria over to this. There we go. We're gonna switch to dude with a green uniform. Like, this color green is just the coolest, in my opinion. Okay. So, that's where the parents are. And let's see. Now we go over this way. I think, like, the red is right under this, but I really like this shade of green. I know technically, maybe it's supposed to be different gender characters or whatever. I just figure, whatever. You can swap them out on the fly, A and B. The other one doesn't get this color of green, so... You gotta make the right choices here. Right. Y'all don't mind if I ride my dinosaur inside your house, right? I'm assuming that's a no. It makes it harder to get on platforms, but I don't care. You need the rank of keeper... Oh, right. We have to go kill the thing in the hole, don't we? It's fine. Speedrun failed. Don't worry about it. We'll still somehow achieve a world record. Now, let's see. No. That person was this way somewhere, I think. Maybe. Kind of. Yeah, there we go. You're bird lady this time. I think you were lion lady in my my save file. Yes, yes, yes. Champion monsters. Something, something. Go fight stuff in hole. Alright. I don't know if we have to talk to them or whatever. There we go. You look like somebody we have to talk to. That's the rival guy we want to fight later. And what do we get here? We get fungi. Neat. So we're going to lose some overland abilities on account of not, hatching more stuff, but that's going to be okay. If I can get a bird, that would be ideal. Now I have a key, but not for here. It's for there. I think that opens up a shortcut to get back or something. Now I do remember this puzzle. I'm actually wondering if I can skip the puzzle by doing the jumpy thing. I guess not, but we can get this thing. Alright, 250. Blue cave key. Can I just ram this? No. I remember there being a hidden door somewhere. I think it's... There we go. That sounds about right. Get more of this stuff equipped as we go on. Go up here to get access to the puzzle switches. See, I can remember things sometimes. Except we can't quite do that yet. Honestly, it's somehow weirdly satisfying to... Wait, we already got the key. Where the hell am I going? It's weirdly satisfying to jump over these fights. I don't know what it is. Like, the fights are fun. It's just, for some reason, it's just also fun to skip them. If that makes sense. I think it's just the dopamine rush of skipping things. Alright, I think that does it, because we can already reach the bottom one, so... Maybe? I wonder if randomizer Nuzlocks are a speedrun category in this. It feels like it would be. And if so, I wonder how many of them would potentially restart to do that, like to skip the one button press by like starting off with something like this and a bird or some such. And for that matter, can we make this jump? Because it feels like we can, but it would have to be really, really perfect. Maybe? Maybe? Ah, fine. Fine. We'll hit the button. Let's go back this way, I guess. Do the jumps. Still somehow on track for a personal record of currently infinity billion hours, because I've never completed it yet. Alright. Move it up more. Jump over this guy. Still weirdly satisfying. Yeah, I feel like if there's... I mean, I'm sure there's like a Nuzlocke speedrun randomizer or whatever thing. And if so, this definitely feels like the way that it would probably be going. Come on. Come on, NyQuil commercial. Those things are fun. Those little raccoon dealies. It's like, I swear I'm not a, what the hell's that little fox guy from, I think it was like 5th gen Pokemon or whatever? I don't remember. It's like the one you got one of, and it was always just kind of annoying, but you always see it come up in PvP videos and stuff. Go to grab a drink of tea and get annihilated. Okay. So maybe they need skills or whatever. Maybe burninate and annihilate you to some degree. Yeah, there we go. He's gone. That should be less of a threat. I probably should have picked up more healing items. I'm actually a little bit surprised, given the other rules, that there is no, like, no healing item rule. You know? Because again, hardcore Nuzlocks are always basically no healing, so... Or rather, no, like, no items outside of fights or whatever. A little bit surprised that's not in there. Anyway, this dude guy basically switches his defensive situation every so often. So currently speaking, we probably should be fine in that regard. I don't think we have anything that... Oh yeah, we do have something that hits with Leaf. I know that's not actually its name, but whatever, we're hitting him with Leaf. Alright, hit with this one. Yeah, the one thing about the Steam Deck that I'm still kind of getting used to is the analog sticks. I don't know, it's just... the overall everything about it feels different than I'm used to. Alright, guitar... I want to say that was a really good physical hitter. Let's see. Guitar... Yeah, that's solid and physical. Let's give you a wizard hat, probably. No, you don't really need that. Alright, I've already got a mana ring. Let's give you the +1 version. And then give you, I guess, the wizard hat. It's not like it really hurts him, so why not? Alright, and let's go skills for the blobby. Oh, shields. Yes, absolutely. So restoring shield also gets rid of debuff. Copy shield. When shielding yourself, also apply 20% of that shield to allies. 100%. Which allows for splashing that shield around. Let's see. You're the one going for... Ooh, right. You've got multi-bleeds and the lightning slash. Ooh. Oh, shoot. This guy's got it. Okay. 100%. Want that guy. Attack plus sounds good. Fire Claw sounds good. I don't know what we're up to. Just get a bit more coverage out of the team, I guess. We can't quite go that way. We've got an area downstairs to explore. Possibly... No, we already just came from there. I was thinking maybe there's a shortcut to open. I think the fungus guy would allow for opening that. Yeah, let's... You know what? Let's go ahead and use that. Again, we're pretending, we're gonna go ahead and pretend that this is currently a speedrun still. Yeah, summon mushroom. Yeah, he does do that. Okay, perfect. We have achieved corn! Alright, fungi, don't know what to tell you, but now you're gonna have to mate with it. Alright, This button, do this thing, do this kind of stuff, do the jumpies, jump over this guy. What could possibly go wrong? By no means have we gotten completely annihilated last time. I think purple mushroom, maybe you can blow some bubbles on or something, or maybe that just kind of exists in the background. I honestly have zero. Actually, no, it's probably just background setting. Somewhere off to the left, I think, is the boss. I'm just looking for more items at this point. Sisters. I feel like there was a puzzle over here. Okie dokie. Okay, and accidentally did a thingy there, because one of the things that you do kind of got to play around with the deck is memory size. So, yeah, kind of ran out of memory there. Hopefully that won't cause too much of an issue. Any darn ways, that lady's going to go this way. Apparently the boss is this direction, if that's going to be the case. Let's see. Skills-wise, what do you got? Because I think you were the one with some healing. Let's see, we got a leaf, we got a beating, that's just going to be physical. Let's see, when applying a debuff, trigger an additional 30% damage hit. Could be handy, but I don't feel like those will do very much necessarily. Applies weakness. Yeah, that could be handy. What about poison, though? Multi-poison can be stacked 2 additional times on enemies. Yes, half as strong. Poison bomb, toxin. Every hit has a 10% chance to apply poison, and then the next one can go to spore and then allow that weakness to also combine into a poison. Okay, he's gonna be a good party member. I actually really like that. In fact, we might be replacing the other blob with him. In fact, I kind of like to do that right now. Let's see, switch with you. Yeah, I really like doing nicknames normally, but for some reason today I'm just feeling speedrun. Okay, monk guy, we're gonna skip. This doesn't feel like the right way. Especially when that happens. Okay. So, let's do poison bomb on you. That's a lot of poison. Good bleed. Give me the ignite. Okay, beautiful. That guy should basically be done just by merit of not existing anymore soon. Well, let's see, we got poison on ourselves. We got... It's problematic. Okay. Okay. See about throwing a weakness out there. Maybe get a poison as well. Okay, we got type advantage on this guy. Stone Rain on you, and then the DOTs should finish him off. I was getting a little bit worried about the mushroom over there. If we can just go ahead and weaken this guy a little bit. Let's see. Stack on you. Double stack on you. That's not going to quite be enough. If he doesn't heal, then he's basically done at the end of our next round. We can focus on our guy on the left. Do a little bit more poison there. Good. Do you get poison, or do you get bleed as well? Yes, you do. And then ignite seems to be just about guaranteed. Okay. Alright, just barely made it out of this one. Pretty much whatever we do, he's done for. Even just off of that alone. Seems like we've got enough mana build-up to keep our dinosaur going, but not so much on the mushroom. I don't even care that we didn't really do so well on the old raiding front in that particular case. Let's see, yeah, definitely orb on you, because I feel like his stuff's probably magical or something. Regen, yes. Vital Ring, yes. Vital Ring, yes, because he's... Or Mana Ring, I guess. He feels like he's doing a whole lot in terms of... it's got a passive stuff, so anything defensive should help. Blue Cave Key... I think after this boss is one we're going to have to count it for today. At least for the time being. Sounds pretty good to me anyway. Oh, shoot. I meant to skip those guys. Alright. Well. Do that. Alright, 1 poison, 1 impalement. By no means is this concerning. This is just normal stuff that pets do. Alright. Here's hoping he doesn't heal, though. Alright. So monk guy is done for. We do have to deal with poison. We gotta deal with a lot of poison. He's gonna be resistant to everything this guy does. But whatever, DOTs. Stabs have a chance for poison, but didn't want to quite happen. And we get a burn. We might potentially have to swap out after next round, though. Because that's a lot of poison stacking up. Can we still push through? Maybe. Only poisonify this one. Okay, got it on that one. Yeah, I definitely should have stacked the first one instead of going for the split there. He's in danger, but okay, we can probably push through with one more round. Also, I shouldn't be starting off with the poison. It's ineffective, but I should be making more use of those build-ups. Alright, see if we can get the slashes. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, okay, he's gone. Should barely make it through. And just stack on him and we're done. There's something weirdly cozy about the fact that all of these effects seem to trigger at the very end of the round, as opposed to the end of the turn. But anyway. Alright, let's see. Skill-wise, you... do we want that extra 30% or do we want the extra health? I feel like defense probably would be the one to go for. Like anything to make him a little bit more tanky because he's all about the DOT. Chance for everything to apply burn. Yes. Yes, please. For you, though... Yeah, regeneration for whole party, 100%. I think the lion's actually starting to become my favorite at this point. He's got the regeneration, he's got the DOTs, it's good stuff. Alright, you look like a place that's got a boss fight. So we can't go through there. Putting that down doesn't necessarily do anything. Maybe we need something a bit heavier. I love this water effect, man. I didn't notice it before because I was on the Switch, but man, this looks pretty. Alright, just in case somebody dies, what is your skill situation at this point? You're the one with the shields, though. No, I feel like we're good with just regeneration for the time being. Equipment-wise, let's see, Vital Ring with bandana, maybe? What is the bag thing? I think that's total MP, possibly. Alright, you don't need a wizard hat. Belt is better defense and crit damage. He's already stacking for some crit. Actually, no, this is the guy going for crits. This is a better crit chance, though. Yeah, there we go. Think that'll work. Or it's a terrible idea. I don't know. It's one of those two. There's really only two ways that could really go. And... let's see. What's in this box? Level badge. So that's just a free level up, I believe. I still don't know what this does. Alright. In fact, because we got a boss fight coming up almost inevitably... let's see. Can we use this on anyone? No. It's just a situational rare candy, basically. Some kind of door. Okay, well, we're going to be back to the door later. Totally forgot that those were a thing. Yeah, there's a lot to learn about this game. But this is, again, why I like playing through with rule sets like this. Because, you know, it just kind of creates those moments of you're discovering everything on the fly, but it gives everything more gravitas to it, you know? Double jump! Right now I remember what we're supposed to do. Oh, that was slick, I'm not gonna lie. It was really freaking slick. Alright, now we jump back up here. It's interesting because the design of this area feels very similar to this one bit of Super Metroid. Like, I don't remember much about that game, but where they basically shove you into a lava hole for a while until you get the tool to get out of there. It's just solidly designed, I think. Alright. So, I want to say it was that area to the right that we're actually supposed to be going towards right now. Yep, there we go. Just feels good to get around like this. Can't get there. You look like a place with a boss fight in it. Except you don't, but we'll ignore that. Anyway, we got another key. Don't know why we got dismounted from our dinosaur. Sustain ring. Definitely feels like your kind of shtick. Actually, no, feels like your kind of shtick. Get rid of this bracelet for this. Mana regeneration plus 33. So he's basically going to be able to do whatever the hell he wants for the time being. Until we end up using more severe moves down the road, probably, provided he lives that long. In fact, it occurs to me I should probably be feeding these things, huh? Okay, lots of health for you. Let's see. Give you some mana, give you some health, give you some defense. You want crit damage, more health, I guess, and more defense, sure. That'll do. Everyone else gets to eat if they live. Alright. There we go. See, I can figure out how to get directions. Alright. We ride the dinosaur. That guy says he doesn't want to fight a frickin' Minotaur. So we go ahead and make that happen. Alright. So, what is he... He's going to be really resistant to that, or might as well just start off with him because we want the DOT. Alright. Got anything fiery? Then we got the bleeds. And we're just going to start off regeneration early. Probably should have started off with the burn, but... Okay, he's going to do a pretty decent number, but that's going to do pretty well. Weakness, to make that go away. More fire stabs. This should be nothing. Absolutely nothing. Get one of those DOTs going. Yeah, 380 off of that burn. Beautiful. Or poison. I don't know. One of those is a percentage, one of them isn't. More spore, just because it does more moves. One of these. Because it applies more stacks. Ooh, fire claws with crit damage. Yes, please. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we're pretty well resistant to what he's doing. We're outlasting everything he's doing. Keep this up for a few rounds, and we can all go home and wait till this whole champion crisis blows over. Yeah, completely burning him out on his moves here. He doesn't even have enough to do more than a few attacks around. Do that. Do that. One more round and we're done here. Good and simple. Maybe it was just luck of the draw with getting all of these guys in particular, but I feel like this is basically exactly how I did it the first time around too. Anyway, there we go, another boss done. In fact, I wonder if maybe you can't get 5 stars in this. Thinking about it, if you do get a free egg for that, it would give you free boss units, right? Alright, let's just teleport back to the thingamajig. That's where we're supposed to go next. And alright, that seems like a good place to leave it off. And then we can start it off with getting completely annihilated by the rival fight next time, I think. Okay, y'all have a good one. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. And, yeah, we'll finally be able to properly get going on this. Have yourselves a good one. And later.